What's up, guys? I wanted to hop on here and talk about this story I came across. It happened a couple weeks ago. Essentially, you have this woman who reportedly came across a man in the women's locker room. He claimed to be transgender, but looking at his picture, he is clearly not. And essentially, she goes on social media, talks about it, and claims that Planet Fitness revoked her membership. And I can only assume the story is true because Planet Fitness did respond to these claims, and I'll read some of those statements, but I wanted to talk about this because being in the fitness community, it is very relevant to all of us, and I'd also like to hear some of your thoughts. So first, let's run through some of this video from Patricia, who's the member in question.
It just came out of Planet Fitness, and there is a man shaving in a women's bathroom. I realize he wants to be a woman. He gets to be a woman. I love him in Christ. He's a spiritual being having a human experience. He doesn't like his gender, so he wants to be a woman. But I'm not comfortable with him shaving in my bathroom. All right, I just thought I'd say it out loud. Planet Fitness is defending the man in the women's locker room, the man with the penis, rather than the child sitting in the corner with a towel wrapped around her. So people, I just want you to know, this is weird. It's not good. It's rather disturbing. So I would like for you women to stand up and have a voice and stop the shenanigans. You have authority. Use your authority. I took that picture because I felt like I was in an unsafe space.
So the main point of contention as far as Planet Fitness was concerned is the fact that she took a picture of this individual in the locker room, and that's what they used to essentially cancel her membership. As they said in this statement, as the home of the judgment-free zone, Planet Fitness is committed to creating an inclusive environment. Our gender identity non-discrimination policy states that members and guests may use the gym facilities that best align with their sincere, self-reported gender identity. The member who posted on social media violated our mobile device policy that prohibits taking photos of individuals in the locker room, which resulted in their membership being terminated. So if you actually go on Planet Fitness website, you can see that this is all in accordance with their policy, whether you agree with it or not. Here it is on their website. All members, including transgender members, may use Planet Fitness locker room facilities, bathrooms, showers, and all other facilities or programs separated by sex based on their self-reported gender identity. So they say, please cover up, try to make everyone feel comfortable, etc., etc. We're judgment-free and all of that. But what's a little bit concerning here to me is that you have a woman who obviously feels uncomfortable. This is a gym that's supposed to be judgment-free, as they say all the time, but they're judging her for feeling uncomfortable in this situation that they allowed to happen. In my perspective, especially in situations like this, really intimate settings like a locker room, you don't want to be exposed to the other gender. It's frankly a little bit dangerous to have, in this case, just a grown man in the women's locker room. Say you had a teenage girl in there or something who's by themselves and then a man walks in. Like, that's just not a safe situation. And then vice versa, if a woman walks into the men's locker room, that can just cause problems. So in my perspective, I think this is a pretty dangerous and reckless policy. And if any good comes of this story, at least members of Planet Fitness will now know that they are exposed to this, essentially, if they use that gym. And like I said, so I wanted to keep this pretty brief, just run through this story. Those are my thoughts on it, whether you agree with this transgender movement or not. All of these different policies, I think there are inherent risks that come with essentially intermingling the sexes like this, because you have people who are going to abuse policies, especially like in this case. This is a grown man not taking any measures to even try and appear like a woman. So you just take that for what it is. It's not a safe situation. And those are my thoughts. I'd like to hear yours. Just drop them in the comments. Am I off base here? What do you think?